Well, the knife crime, I mean, it's all crime is hideous. Knife crime is all my grandchildren have been attacked at one stage or another. Actually, the crime figures have fallen over the last few years. Knife crime has fallen, but the Mail and the Sun and the Express think you could increase your circulation. Yeah, I know. You asked me what could be done about it. Well, I do think... Well, the government say what you'd expect, what the Daily Mail wants them to say. We're going to be tough and jail everybody and so on. But 2/3 of the young people who go to prison offend again. So you've got to look at that problem. I had a prison governor come to see me the other day, 35-year-old governor of a women's prison. He wanted to talk about prison reform. And I thought he'd treat me as a sort of soppy liberal. Not at all. He said, these people come to my prison. Nobody takes an interest when they leave. There's no follow-up. And it's partly social conditions. I mean, if you're homeless and you're living, if supposing your parents are broken up and maybe your mum or dad's unemployed, living in rotten housing, it's very unlikely you'll be able to devote much time to school, and then a gang set up, and it's the thing to join the gang. So you have to look at social conditions, and you have to try and regard prison, if people go to prison, as another form of education. I went to a place once in my old constituency in Bristol. It's called a grading centre. It was for young offenders. And I was very interested. I said, what do you do? Well, he said, these young offenders come here, and our job is to find out what they're interested in. One was interested in mechanical engineering, so we trained him. Another was interested in painting, another in building, another in decorating. And he said, our job was to try and encourage them to get on with being trained in the areas where they were interested. And that made an awful lot of sense to me. So the criminalisation of the young is going on now, and I've got to be very careful we don't make it look as if the young are criminals. As a matter of fact, what about the older generation? I mean, we are killing people in Iraq and Afghanistan, far more than are being killed by knives in London. Between 1914 and 1945, in 2 European wars, 105 million people were killed by my dad's generation and my generation. So I think the old have got to be a little bit more respectful to young people, instead of simply say, lock them all up. Because I don't think that is the answer. I don't know if you agree with me, but I feel that. Yeah.